Bro, just listen to me really quickly. I want to help you win. I want to help you become that young man who's about it, who's not taking no for an answer, who's disciplined, who's winning in all areas of his life. And I want you to have a brotherhood of young men supporting you. So go check out the description or message me on Instagram. I promise you, bro, you've clicked on a video that's going to change your life. There is not another video on YouTube that's going to help you break the cycle of negative thoughts. And this is coming from someone, bro, that you're going to resonate with something that I got to say. You see, most of us don't realize that the one important thing that we have control of is the one thing that so many of us are losing our own will to control. And that's our minds. And I'm going to lay something out for you. And this is going to sound so savage, but your time here is limited, bro. Right? My time here is limited. We're all not going to be here. Your family, your friends, everyone that you know, we're not going to be here. You might not be around in 10 years time, 20 years, 50 years, 80 years, but we'll all be gone. And the one thing that we have control of that gives us the life that we want to live or pushes us to live a life that we don't want to live is the one thing that we have control of is our mind. But how many of you boys have been stuck in your own head? Because I know, trust me bro, those internal battles that we feel as men, but also just how we feel in general. I know those feelings all too well. I know them intimately. You see, I've got a bit of a unique perspective on negative thoughts because I've been attacked from my own thoughts for so many different things, as I'm sure you boys have. So let me know if you can relate to some of these. But for me growing up, one of my worst insecurities was the fact that I'm Indian. So I hated myself, and I was fat, overweight when I was a kid, had no kind of style. We were so poor growing up, bro, so I had no nice clothes. My teeth were buckled, bro, it was rough, and I hated myself. And I told myself that, you're Indian, look at you. I used to look at myself in the mirror and get scared. I don't know how many of you boys really can resonate where you wash your hands in the mirror and you keep your head down because you don't want to look at yourself. Savage. But that's just the tip of the iceberg, right? You add on top of that, I hated myself just because of who I am, nothing, and I couldn't change these things, like Indian and all these things when I was young. And then I grew up dirt poor in government housing. So when you live in government housing, what literally people that I grew up with labeled as the ghetto, that was the nickname of my government housing estate, the ghetto. I mean that, with hand on my heart, bro. And I grew up with people that were doing it tough. And we were doing it just as tough. So we had so many burdens, so many things. I saw so many things happening in front of me, man. And to add on that, in my later years or my teen years, I became a drug addict. So there were so many things from different areas. I've also had my heart broken. I've also had my friends do wrong by me. I've been through it. So I know those negative emotions so intimately, bro, from so many arenas. And now I'm the young man who I am today. I'm feeling sexy. I'm feeling powerful. I'm feeling strong. I feel great. And it's not because of the divine or a miracle. Nothing's happened. I've rewired my mind through some things that I'm going to teach you to get to this point. Because I will say this, you need to really understand the importance of what you do, what you say, how you act, and how that reflects your mind. You see, most of us don't realize that our brain is nothing more than like a software. I really mean this. And you can, buy a software from the shops, put that software into your computer, and it'll change how the computer works, right? Well, similarly, our brain works the same way. What you put into it, listen to me, what you put into your brain is what your software is going to be. And most of us, because we've been conditioned to be this way, maybe our family or just this modern world, we've primed our software, our mind, to spew negativity. And the thing about negativity is, bro, is that we can allow it to just kind of absorb us. It's sticky. It stays on you. We're living in a time right now, bro, where you can post an Instagram photo, or you could be doing really anything in your life, right? But let's use Instagram or YouTube for an example. and you post a video or you post a post, right? And you have all these guys looking good, bro. You might get some really nice compliments. People might say, oh, your video is really good or this or that, right? Whatever. I'm just spitting examples. But that one negative comment, bro, you just sniffed it. You saw it. It's like, oh, and it hurt you and it broke you. Now, this goes for anything, bro. Not just YouTube or Instagram or anything. This goes for, you can have heaps of guys compliment you or girls compliment you, right? But that one person 5 years ago that told you that you're ugly, 5 years ago, somehow that still resonates with you. It hasn't rubbed off and you're trying, but you can't seem to forget about it. Well, I'm going to teach you how to forget about it because we're living in a world and a time now where it becomes so absorbed in us, this negativity. But what you put into this world is what you're going to get out. Listen to what I said before, the software programming. Okay, so I'm going to give you a crazy example. And not a lot of people would put examples like this on YouTube because it's savage. But I just want to show you the power of your mind before we get into it, okay? So listen to this, bro. Let's say that this is you. And like I said, that this example is savage. So this is you. And I want you to imagine that this is your house, right? This is your home. And you got a couple of people around you, right? And your house, it's going to sound crazy, but it's on fire, man. And you know, the sad thing is that your mum is on the balcony. Savage. And the house is on fire. And you're outside. The fire brigade haven't rocked up. No one's coming to help you. I want you to understand, in this moment, and I don't care what any of you boys have to say, you would not focus on the negative. You wouldn't think, oh, what if I run into that burning building and save my mum, but I get burnt or I die in the process or this happens, I can't save her. The only thing that you would think about, I'm running into that building, I'm saving my mum, I'm going to dodge out the fires, I'm going to run through it, nothing's going to stop me, I'm saving my mum, right? It's a savage example, but look at the power of the mind. Think about it. You could run into a burning building on your own thoughts alone, that the outcome is so much more greater than the negative, right? So if you didn't go in, you're going to lose your mum, your mum's not going to be here. It's a savage example, but if you use your mind and think, okay, well, wow, like, I'm going to save my mum, I'm going to run through the fire, this ain't going to stop me, and you save her, that was all your mind. That was your mind saying that the outcome of you thinking this certain way is so much more beneficial and helpful than thinking about the negative. And this isn't even a point. I just wanted to lay this example out because even I know how savage this is. But the power of our mind and how we view things, that can shape every single thing that you do in your life. See, most of us can think to ourselves, oh, what if I approach that beautiful girl and she says no, it's going to be the end of the world? What if she says yes? Oh, I can't pass this exam because, well, I'm a stupid idiot. I can't pass an easy exam. Nothing. I can make $1 million. No, you can't. Yeah, I can. Watch. The power of our minds and the power of our words, there's always a positive outcome to a negative outcome. But we are automatically inclined to always go to the negative. But if you were in a situation, and listen to me, if you were in a situation like this where the house was on fire and your mum was there, it'd only be positive. Well, I want you to look at this, right? And understand, if you live your life with the how do I say this? With the urgency, just like you would be if this situation was truly happening, with the urgency and kind of having your life on the line, but it was like so important. If you had your thoughts congruent to your life is on the line, and the only way that you're going to spew or you're going to win life is by having this urgency behind your thoughts, every thought that you get, and it's going to be one of our points, but you know what, we'll get into it now. We'll make this the first point then. Every negative thought that you get, if you slap that negative thought down with a positive, right? So for every, let's even go even crazier, because this is me. This is going to sound insane, but this is who I am, right? Let's say that you get one negative thought, right? You get 1 times a negative thought. You say, oh, I'm not good enough, right? I want you to disregard that and smash yourself with 10 positive thoughts. So you get a negative thought. Oh, I can't do this, I can't do this. Boom, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. I'm a winner, no one can stop me, no one can beat me. Come at me, watch me win, right? Like, if you can prime yourself to catch those unconscious thoughts that hit you, right? And then you slap that thought down with a positive thought, and you get so good, and I mean this, at catching those negative thoughts. So for me, right, one of the most important things that I've done in my life is look at anything that comes into my kind of vicinity, into my mind, into me, and try to bring me down. I'm like, nah. And I smash it down. I stomp on its head with a positive thought, with me brainwashing myself, with things that will power me up rather than power me down. And I'm telling you, if this burning building situation was real, the only way that you would get your mum out the burning building is, I can do this, nothing's going to stop me, not even fire can stop me, I'm immortal, come at me. The power of your thoughts alone. And you have to slap those negative thoughts out every time you get them. It sounds absolutely insane, but think about it. If you have one negative thought and you smash it down with 10 positive ones, 10 strong, ruthless thoughts, right? You're going to drown those negative thoughts out. Now, that's not enough alone. Your thoughts always have to be backed up by action as well. Okay, let's kind of break this open. I've gone completely off script, but I'm in this flow state that'll help you so much, bro. Right? So I want you to look at this now. If you slap those thoughts down and there's only positivity reigning in your mind, well, then you have to back that up by action. Now, this really is super, super important. Action and thoughts are synchronized. You can't have one without the other. You can't have positive thoughts and no action. And you can't have action without positive thoughts, because it works hand in hand. It really does. It's the most powerful force. Action, thoughts, boom. You're feeling good about yourself. I really do mean this. So I want you to look at your life, right? And I'm going to frame this in the most toxic way. But we all want the best of the best. I don't care what anyone else says. A lot of us can try to humble ourselves or kind of be realist. But we all want the best of the best. We all want the nice car. We all want the financial freedom. We all want to retire our family. We want it. We want the nice girls. We want it all. And anyone that says less, they just don't believe in themselves enough to have it, because as men, we conquer. We want to dominate. We want to have it, because why not? We get this one life. Like, we do. Like, why wouldn't you want the nice stuff anyway? But hear me when I say this. You as a man need to synchronize your actions and thoughts, and I really do mean this, with a winner's, or let's even say like a number one life. So, how does this look? As a man, there's a few very important things that we all need to focus on, right? Of course, the main and the most noticeable one right off the bat is your body. Your body needs to align with your thoughts. Your body, I mean this, must be synchronized with what you want in your life. Our bodies is nothing more than a reflection of how we feel in our mind. And I'm going to say something to you. If you are skinny, if you are fat, if you are skinny fat, if you do not have the body that you want, if you have just a blank canvas, right? And there's no aesthetic, no muscle on you. I'm going to say something to you, and this is going to sound so egotistical, but your body is a reflection of how you feel about yourself. I mean that, because this is the vehicle that you've been given. This is what you got. And if you treat your vehicle, because you wouldn't treat your car like garbage, right? You wouldn't put cordial in your petrol tank. You wouldn't put water in where the oil goes, right? This crazy example. Well, you need to look at, well, your body needs to synchronize with how you want to feel about yourself. Because I tell you this, I mean this, most of your problems as a man will be fixed by getting your body on point. I mean, it sounds crazy, right? But how does that work? Well, the gym isn't going to make you rich. It will. The gym isn't going to give you better relationships. It will. And how does that happen? going to the gym alone isn't what it's going to give you the money, but it's the principles. It's the traits that you build in the gym. That's what gives you the ability to go make money, because the gym teaches you how to show up, how to feel good about yourself, how to be consistent, how to be disciplined, how to push yourself, and how do you make money? Boom. Being consistent, being disciplined, showing up, pushing yourself, right? Doing what you're supposed to do. How do you make better relationships where you feel better about yourself so you're more comfortable in social situations? You put yourself out there a little bit more because you start to feel good about yourself. But I've gone on a whole tangent. There's so much more attached to this, right? When you synchronize your actions and your thoughts, you also have to look at who you are and how you're acting. You know, when you walk around, and I say this as a big thing, when you walk around kind of like a limp noodle, right? Like as a young guy, you're walking around, your posture's all slunched over, you don't feel good, you're looking down, looking awkward. Look, I understand that social anxiety and kind of those days where you're in the dark, it hits you. But your body, I mean this, will reflect to your mind how you're feeling. So even on the worst of days, right? You don't even know what I've got going on in my life to this very second as you're watching this video, bro. So many things. But look at me. Here I am, shirtless, feel great about myself, standing upright, shoulders back, speaking with conviction, walking with conviction, walking around my room, talking like there's a million people watching this video. That's how I am. And how I speak, how I think, how I feel is all synchronizing together. How my body is perched up. Now you need to look at your life the same way, bro. Is that everything is a reflection. So how you look, is your hair cut, right? How are you standing? How are you talking? How loud are you speaking? How much conviction are you speaking with? How are you dressing? Everything will synchronize to you feeling good. Because I promise you this, right? You put on a nice shirt, you got a great body, you smell great, you're taking care of yourself. You're going to feel so much better about yourself. And I say this, you're not going to feel horrible. There's never going to be a moment in your life where you're dressed up where you feel, oh, I don't feel good. You still have those negative thoughts, maybe I'm not the sexiest guy here, this and that. But what did I say in the first point? You slap those thoughts down with positive thoughts, you're going to feel good. So everything is a reflection. And I really do mean that. But when you can set your life up in a sense as well, bro, this is very important. And I'm going to say this, where you just get yourself to the point where you know that your life is congruent of a winner. Yep, body's starting to get on point. You're starting to make more money. You're starting to be more disciplined. You're cutting out bad habits. Because bad habits, right? Or just habits that don't push you up. That's the root of those negative thoughts. We all know what it's like when we say we're not going to fap and we fap. We all know what it's like to watch 10 movies back to back and you sit in your bed all day and you're like, what did I do? Nothing. We all know what it's like to go out drinking every weekend and doing all this. Like, what did I accomplish? Nothing. But if you set your life up to where you're genuinely winning in all areas, money, your body, you're living with purpose, you're cutting out those bad habits, you're doing what it is that you're supposed to do, you're moving and elevating yourself up in every aspect that you know that you need to be moving up in, you're going to feel good. The only reason why so many people don't feel good, and I mean this, is because you live a shit life. Your existence is shit, which is why you feel horrible. I will say that to you. I mean that. There's a reason why so many of us have anxiety and depression and social anxiety and we don't feel good. It's because your life reflects that. I've seen this throughout my whole life growing up, man. I felt what it feels like to feel that hatred. But I looked at my life. Dead broke, I was fat, overweight, nothing about me, I had all these bad habits. It all reflects. So you need to understand that everything, if you're moving and elevating up, if you're smashing those thoughts down, those negative thoughts with positive, just these 2 points alone will get you out of that negative spiral of those negative thoughts. It's savage, right? But it helps you. This is what will help you the most out of anything. Because I say this, most of your problems, bro, would be fixed if your life was in a better position. Right? But the only way that you're going to get into that better position if you do the work. So that's very important. But now, okay, there are a few practices that I want you to try and really implement in your life. And this is a few things, right? Now, the first thing would be meditation. Now, this tracker, I have to remove this. I got a new tracker here. And with my new tracker, you'll see, and you'll see even on this, my minimum requirement for meditation is an hour a day. Every day I meditate for an hour. And some days that's not even long enough. I just don't have enough time. Meditation is huge because meditation cleanses your soul and it teaches you how to be present. And there's many forms of meditation, bro, but I will tell you this exactly. Meditation, prayer, becoming grateful for things, journaling as a whole, these are things that so many people go, "Puh, what stupid habits as a man." But I'll tell you this, the way that I could prime myself is to realize that, okay, well, my thoughts are always racing. I'm always on my phone. I'm always doing this. I'm always doing this. I'm always doing that. I'm never by myself. But if I sit down for an hour a day, no music, no nothing, no sound, just my own thoughts, and I sit there and try to clear my mind for half of the meditation, but then I also just try to talk to myself throughout my meditation as well, I have primed myself to feel great, present through meditation alone. Now you can go look up meditations and how to do it, but that's huge. But alongside that, prayer. This is huge. And I don't care if you're religious or not religious. You need to start praying. You pray to the universe. You pray to the ground. You pray to God if you are religious. Pray. Start to pray. And this is just a conversation that you have. You say, thank you for everything that I've got. I'm sorry for all the shit that I've been doing. You talk to God. You talk to the universe. Whoever you want to believe in, bro. I personally am a Christian. I believe in God and I speak to Him. I speak to Him a lot. And I will say this to you. Ever since I started to pray, ever since I started to meditate, ever since I started to be grateful for what I had, right? The little things, the littlest things, my life exponentially got better. Finding so much happiness in the little things sounds cliche. Don't get me wrong. I still want the lot. But I'm grateful. I'm grateful that my mum's still alive. I'm grateful that I have food in my stomach. Someone just lost their mum today. Maybe even in a burning building. Someone doesn't have water. I'm grateful. And you have to start looking at your life with that frame, bro. That you look for the good in the things that are happening right now. That doesn't take away your ambition. That doesn't take away your drive. But you look for what you can be grateful for because there is someone that would trade positions for you for your life instantly. There's a person that's blind that would trade positions with you to have just your life, no matter how shit it is, just so that they could see. There's someone in India that will trade places with you. I mean this. So you need to get to this point in your life where you start to look for the gratefulness. Now with this, okay, there's a lot of things. Journaling, talking to one of your boys or talking to me if you want to do coaching with me. Talk. Get out how you feel. The shit that's holding you down, weighing you down. What's troubling you? Get it out because I want you to understand that your body and your mind, you have to let things go. You can let things go by training, exercising. That comes from building your body. Boxing, that's a huge thing. Or fighting, any type of martial arts. But you can also get it out by, okay, write it down. Talk to someone about it. Get it out because your body holds on to this trauma or shit that's gone wrong in your life, these negative thoughts, which is why they appear. But if you get it out, take a deep breath like that and just let it out. It sounds funny, but there, that negative thought that I had about someone, boom, it's gone. And if you're a man of your word, if you're genuinely wanting to be about it, all you have to do is take a breath, talk to your friend, journal about it, and boom, those negative thoughts are out, gone, see ya. It sounds woo-woo, sounds funny, but it's how it will work. So you have to look at all of these things. Meditating, prayer, going and learning how to fight, training, talking to a friend, journaling, being grateful. All of these things, it'll help you. But then the last thing, and I kind of touched on this before, it's win, 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 win. I really mean this. This sounds crazy, right? But no one will tell you this. A lot of your life, and I mentioned this just before, and the negativity you spew is because you live a life not worthy of living. Like, do you really want to live the life that you live? Do you really want to have that money in your bank account, or do you want more? Do you want that car, or do you want a nicer one? Do you want that girl, or do you want a hotter one? You need to look, do you want the body you have, or do you not want it? Do you want nicer things, or you don't? Do you want to have your time back and not have to work for someone else, or do you not? You need to win. You need to win in life. And the best way to do this, and I can really start to help you feel better about yourself, is you need to set small goals and achieve them. Boom. It's super simple. Set a goal to wake up at some time. Boom. Get up at that time. You're going to feel better about yourself. I mean that. Stick by your word. Set a goal to achieve or make the first $100 that you want to start in your business. Set a goal to lose 1 kilo. Set a goal to say hello to one girl. Even if she's ugly and you're too scared to go say hello to her. Set goals and achieve them. But if you set your life up to where you're winning, you'll feel so good. The reason your thoughts are there are because your life is not primed. But what did I say right at the start? You can program your mind. You program it by what you say, by what you do, by who you are, by where you're going, by how you're acting. You program yourself. And if you do this day after day after day after day, you'll feel better. This is how you do it. This is how I did it in myself. And there's a reason why I resonate with so many people who have high egos. And I have a high ego without having millions and millions and millions of dollars. Bro, I don't have anywhere close to millions of dollars. I have a high ego with not having any, I still live in my mum's house. But I primed myself through my actions by winning to feel this way day after day. And you need to do the same. Because there's a reason why I resonate with those people that are so higher up and that who are like me. Is because this is the way you need to live as a man to have what it is that you want. Those positive thoughts, that egotism behind what it is that you're doing in a sense that helps you feel like you can save your mum in a burning building. It's crazy, right? But it works. It works. So you need to look at these things, bro. You need to realize that every day you got to catch yourself. When you're trying to say, oh, that person's ugly or this or that, right? You got to catch yourself and think, no, that's a good looking person. You got to catch yourself in your own thoughts and be like, I'm a great looking person. I'm fucking sexy. I'm doing good. You back it up by your actions, of course. You're training hard. You're focusing on your business, doing this, doing that. And you're moving forward. But you back it up. You back up your positive thoughts by your actions and you start to feel better, right? You start to implement all these things, meditation, prayer, journaling, gratitude, being nice to people, doing all of these things. You'll feel good. And then you align yourself to winning just generally all around in every facet of your life. You'll feel good. And this is important, bro. So the only reason you don't feel good, to bring it full circle, is because your life is not reflecting someone that is going to feel good. Because you stayed consistent one day doesn't mean much. You stay consistent doing all of these things day in, day out, always elevating up. You will feel good. That's it. You want to do coaching with me, bro, one-on-one, and I'll help you feel this way. I'll help you feel better about yourself. You want to join a group of young men who are genuinely about trying to feel good, who are winners, then go to the link in the description. I will help you, and you can have a brotherhood of young men who will do the same for you. They'll help you get to the point where we're all at, feeling good. Love you, brother.